Okay, here we are in San Diego. Sorry, I was a little late here. I had to run to the freezer to get this interesting beer I'm going to be talking about. Bunny with a chainsaw. Check out this. His cuteness will cut you to pieces. Double dry hopped hazy Indian pale ale. 8.2% alcohol by volume. I mean, you got to love the creativity that some people do. Um, with their beers. I mean, it's amazing. And if anybody would like to join me, by the way, in the chat box, I do have the stream link there. And I have room for other people if you want to bring on your beer and talk about it. I haven't done this in a long time. I love to just come on and talk about beers and things are fun things that I like to eat and drink and everything. I do talk a lot about business. I'm a sales trainer or mentor in real estate and I love talking about sales and marketing. And I'll touch on that a little too. We can talk about anything while I'm drinking. I can talk about definitely anything, but and the name of this company is Paperback. Um, and they even have the little search here that you can click on. In fact, maybe I'll just do that so I can show you guys. Um, the web page, even their web page is unique. The Beer Advocate, they have some pretty good reviews on there about this beer. And I just can you? I guess the question is, can in its paperback.la. It's a California brewery, and let me even their web page, and I will drink the beer in front of you. Believe me. Even their web page, you got to check this out. Okay, this is the beer with a chainsaw beer, and they have a whole story, aptly named Paperback. Just a cute little bunny story, but then it gets a little Stephen King-ish. I'm a big Stephen King fan, by the way. Um, and the bunny goes back and finds out the farmer decided he wanted mom and dad bunny for dinner tonight. And so the bunny, yeah, mom, dad are gone. And so the bunny decides to, doesn't want to, come on. The bunny decides to go into the barn and get the chainsaw. I'm not going to ruin the story for you, okay? But it's pretty interesting marketing when you're going all the trouble to make a beer, and you actually put comic strips on your web page and everything. Anyway, so we're gonna have a little bunny with a chainsaw here. Here's my favorite San Diego brewery. We had a great day today. Finally, we I've never experienced the weather like it is here in San Diego right now. It's usually we have the air conditioner on. We've had the heating system on for months here. It's just been cold and rainy. Finally, the weather broke yesterday. We're finally getting up to 69, 70 degrees here in San Diego. I'm very close to the ocean. And I went out and knocked out my 12, 13. I love this Apple Watch. I knocked out got my 13 miles in so your Uncle Claude can stay slim and healthy. And so we're going to see how this beer looks. I like a fast pour. I heard what you said over there. Whoa, we're talking Foam City here on a fast pour. And it looks like it's going to last too. And I like the smell of beer first. Oh, definitely a lot of citrus. Is this a double IPA? Let's see here. Yeah, this is a double dry hopped hazy India Pale Ale, 8.2%. Okay. Uh, God, what a nice smell. I mean, lemon, grapefruit, all those, all those good fruity smells in there. Oh, wonderful. And it is definitely, I mean, it is a hazy beer. So, hope you had a good week. I had a good week. I had definitely a good week in my business. I've written several books on sales and real estate and stuff like that, and I mentor people and I get to work from home on Zoom and stuff like that. So I love working from home. And so I hope you had a good week. We're drinking a little bunny with a chainsaw here. So to your health. Wow, smooth. Can't take it away. Doesn't It's got the hoppiness in it, but not the it. Oh, there's a secondary flavor that comes in. The bite comes later. The first sip is smooth. There's something else in there I can't quite identify on this beer, but Bunny with a chainsaw. God, I love it. I would I One of the ways I always judge a beer: would I buy it again? Okay, would I drink it again? Is it worth being a repeat offender? And the answer to this is yes. I got it at Trader Joe's. By the way, and we have a Trader Joe's here in San Diego. They're all over the place. But what's great, a little tip if you didn't know this already, and you probably do if you're a beer drinker. Trader Joe's, you can go in. They've got a really, and it's hidden usually in the little corner there by the liquor department near the bathrooms. And they've got some really it's not a Bud Light. Nobody's drinking it anyway right now. I'll talk about that in a second without getting too political. You can take any beer in Trader Joe's and break it out of the six pack, break it out of the packaging, and just try that one beer. Have you ever bought a six pack before? And if you have comments or something, I always love them. Have you ever bought a beer before and you didn't like it? And you didn't really want to waste, buying a six pack of something unknown, and then you didn't like it. And beer's getting expensive. We have a great local brewery around here. Um, oh gosh, what was their name again? Novo. It's a Brazilian brewery. 4 pack of beer. I think I spent about $14 on it, 14 to $15 on it. That's a lot of money for a 4 pack to a beer you don't know if you like. So make sure you try the flight. I always try a flight before I buy a beer from any craft brewery. But Trader Joe's, it's great. You can buy that one, and look at that. That head is still there. It's still good. Take another sip here with you guys. By the way, best food. What do you like to munch on when you're having a beer? I can't show you this. I just have. I love these little pretzel tips. You guys like these? They're everywhere now. Uh, Costco, you can get this monster bag, which I love. I'll have a little of these. Pistachio nuts, love nut, almonds, good old diamond almonds. That's my last name. Uh, Pistachios. So I love munchies with my beer, and I'll have one or two of these every evening. Another sip here. Wow. I'm not a beer expert like a lot of people are on YouTube and other places. I just know what I like. I'd never make my own beer because it's just so much easier to buy it. Sorry, I know there are a lot of people who love to buy beer. Um, Once again, yeah, it's smooth going down. It's citrusy. It's hoppy like you'd want it to be. And then there's like a delayed, the space time continuum is in action here. And then the dryness and the bite come in a little bit delayed on this. This is an excellent beer. Can you tell a beer by its cover? Yeah, I think so. I think this is what marketing people do when they make the cute bunny with the chainsaw. I just saw this. I slept. Do you ever look at a beer can and start laughing and say, this is pretty funny shit." Yeah, I mean, it really is. But it's an awfully good beer too. Um, Good old Trader Joe's lets you break them off. So I every time I go to Trader Joe's, I break off a whole bunch of different beers that I've never tried. This is a California, an LA brewery, and even their web page is interesting. They look like they have a lot of interesting beers. I would definitely next time I'm in San Diego. My daughter lives in LA. Next time I go up there, I mean, there's so many craft breweries now. I also live in Colorado part of the year, and in North Carolina. And the one thing I always love is there a local craft brewery, and it's amazing how they have literally overnight. Have we seen breweries just take over? I mean, they're everywhere, and it's the quality of the beer. I mean, if you remember the old days, you'd get your Budweiser, your Miller High Life, your PBR, which I love, by the way. I like cheap beers. Um, my go to on a hot summer day, I love a good old Miller High Life. I'll get the big old bottle. In fact, I just got the big bottle for, oh God, two for $5 at Vaughn's here. The big is it? It's not a 40 ounce. I think it's a 36 ounce, 34 ounce, whatever it is, 32 of Miller High Life, two for $5. You can't beat that, and it's good beer. I like it, but it's nothing in the category of this. This is a definitely not your father's PBR at all, or Carling Black Label. Anybody ever remember Carling Black Label? Remember that beer? They had a commercial. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. It was I love creative commercial. I love smart marketing. We have seen enough stupid marketing lately, haven't we? I was going to talk a little bit about marketing. What we've seen, I went to a liquor store earlier this week and the supermarket. I went shopping with my wife. I need breaks working at home, and the Bud Light. They're not people are there's really a boy I think there's really a boycott going on here. They really misjudged their audience, didn't they? Or they said they don't care, or someone over in that company. Companies get too big, they have too many employees, too many consultants, and they get away, and they're not paying attention to their core business. Who is their core Budweiser drinking? It's men and women, hardworking, blue collar and white collar people. But people who mow a lawn on a hot summer day and want a nice, cold, cheap beer. That's Budweiser. You see the commercials during the food, and I think something about their most recent commercial. You know what it is. I don't want to get into it, but you know the commercial I'm talking about. The marketing that they did with a TikTok celebrity. I think it turned off or offended a lot of people. So marketing's kind of tricky. You can do negative marketing to attract people. What is it called? Oh, there's the one can of what is it? There's a one water company, and I think it's called Liquid Death. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. You can put your notes or chats in there. I think it's called Liquid Death. And the can is, if you saw this, it's a black can and everything with gold writing, and it's a big success story. I was reading about it in Forbes the other day. Uh, I mean, it's basically a seltzer water company with the worst name I've ever heard, but for some reason, people are attracted to that negative type of marketing. And this company definitely did something unique on it. The scary thing is if you have kids at home and they see the cute little bunny on the thing, they might think this is chocolate milk or something. It's a good beer. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, if you guys like tequila, I'll share my one of the things I love Friday night. I love a real drink. Friday night, working all week, and I love tequilas, especially añejo tequilas. They're the ones that are aged, usually at least 6 months. And tequila's become a monster business now for Mexico and in the United States. And all the celebrities. George Clooney has a Casa Amigo tequila, which can run like 65, $75 a bottle for the añejo. You can get it on sale sometimes for a lot less, for 50, $60. But the most popular tequila, I'm not far from Tijuana here. The one my Mexican friends told me about was Centenario. This is the most popular tequila, so they say. And you can see I put a little dent in this puppy in Mexico. And at Costco, I don't know all Costco's, but in San Diego, the Costco, you can get 2 bottles, for, uh, oh god, what was it? I think it was, 20 $26 each. Okay, $52 for 2 bottles. You had to buy 2. You could mix this with other tequilas, but this is definitely the best. This is an añejo. It's a blanco tequila, a white tequila. It's not aged very much, or if at all. Um, and there's a reposado, which is aged just a little bit, and then I think a month to 3 months, and then there's the añejo, and this is a phenomenal tequila. It's 100% agave. It's a blend of tequilas, and it's fantastic for the price. So for uh, 52 dollars, $26 a bottle, and this usually goes. I have seen it for as much as $45 a bottle. Okay, so the fact that you can get it for 26, and this is the big. Oh, let's see here. 40% alcohol by volume. This is the 750 milliliter bottle. It's a beautiful bottle too. Really nice. So, look, does it ever bother you when we have recycling here in San Diego. Does it ever bother you throughout these beautiful bottles? And some of the tequila bottles, cost, tequila, the one I like, the Especial Azul, it's about $180 a bottle. My wife got it for me for my birthday or something. I mean, it's a ceramic blue and white, bottle. Azul means blue in Spanish, and you cannot throw this bottle out. It is that beautiful. Absolutely. Um, Time for another sip. Join me. Mm, delicious, complicated, citrusy, dry, hoppy, and the hops get stronger if you wait a little and you wait a little in your mouth there. Um, absolutely. It's kind of funny. I talk to people all week long, about sales and marketing and stuff. Isn't it amazing that Budweiser, a company that has, it's $1 billion international American success story, and that they could not know that they would really tick off enough people, their core business people, and their pickup truck, mow the lawn, football fans, people, and they could get a boycott going. And I tell you what, it's working. You go in the liquor stores, you see this. You see Bud on the shelves. It's sitting there. At least the stores I went to, I was amazed. I mean, it was full, and I don't think they just restocked it. It's been because it came out, last time I checked was after the holiday weekend, and then I checked my local liquor store and, the local Vons here, and it's sitting on the shelf. It's gotta be hurting them. I mean, if it has legs, people tend to forgive and forget after a while, and Budweiser was a good company. They just made a mistake, or somebody wasn't watching what some marketing consultant decided to do. Frankly, I like Budweiser. I've never had a problem with any cheap macro American beer that you can throw in the freezer and, have a good slot. Tonight, I'm having co okay, forgive me, I'm from New Jersey. I married a Jersey girl. We climbed over the wall and escaped to Southern California, and, we were raised, if you're from New Jersey or New York City, I'm from New York City too, and if you know one thing about people from New Jersey, um, one of our religions is pizza. Okay, we love pizza, and I was raised in Northwest New Jersey, Sussex County. We get these little pizzerias. Shout out to my friends at Grotto Pizzeria in Opakong and Carmine's in Netcong, New Jersey. These are great little family-run pizzerias. They take so much pride in their pizza. Have you seen all the pizza videos, by the way, on YouTube? Isn't it amazing? There are so many pizza videos out there. There's one fellow I really like. I can't think of his name. Otherwise, I'd love to give him credit. He goes to pizzerias and he buys a box, and then he goes outside and takes one bite, and then he gives, a very honest review, and they're not always generous. Some reviewers, it's always good because they don't want to insult them. This guy doesn't mind telling you, this pizza is a 2.3 out of 10. This is just a soggy, wet cardboard mess and everything. But it's anything better. I'm having a Costco pizza tonight, with pepperoni. What is it? $1.99 a slice. I'll just buy a couple slices because I don't wanna eat the whole pie, and 2 slices is good enough for me with a big salad for dinner and some, Bunny with a chainsaw, beer here. I'm getting happy. This is 8.2%, that'll do. These um, high alcohol by volume beers, you you can't drink, you can well, you can, I mean, but you really don't wanna drink 2, 3, 4 of these like you can a Miller High Life or something. You know those beers you can just throw right down? No big deal. They're 3, 4%, um, but, this is a beer to savor, not to gulp, and, that's the way I drink it anyway. It's still got a little look at that, still a little head on that beer. Really interesting. Somebody who knows a lot about beer, why do some beers, the foamy head stays there for so long, and other beers, they come right down? Like a PBR, you pour that beer, whoop, that foam head, it just drops, doesn't it? And I pour aggressively. I want all the flavor to come out of that beer. By the way, um, my friend Ron from Louisiana always talks about beer. He gave me one of the best tips ever. He always says to, check the dates on the can. You go to some of these liquor stores or supermarkets where you can buy beer. They can buy beer in your supermarket. Um, you check the dates because sometimes the real beer has a shelf life, believe it or not. And I want the freshest beer I can possibly get. Um, what's really neat in San Diego now, all the beer, they're not selling, they do have floor beer, but most of the beer is now in, and probably because of the pandemic, is enclosed, door opening, clear door refrigerated cases now. The whole aisle where it used to be that open beer where you could just slide it in, and now they've and I don't know if that was by law or for health reasons, whatever, but what we're seeing in all the, supermarkets now is it's probably a law here in California, they're enclosed in a plexiglass clear case, all the beers there. Another sip. I'm really gonna enjoy this with my Costco, pepperoni pizza tonight. And, if you do like tequila, the Centenario, like I said, is on sale at Costco right now. I wanted to talk for 1 minute before I go about stupid marketing. Um, I did a little bit about Budweiser. It's kind of interesting. I was on a web page. I was doing a little research on marketing. I'm writing a new book. I'm the author of 9 different books on sales, success, and real estate and stuff. And look up Claude Diamond on YouTube or my webpage, you'll find me. I'm not hard to find. And I went to this one web page. I think it was Monday, and it was about marketing. And the guy, he was on YouTube, gave a really good 3 4 minute presentation. Seemed very sincere. Wasn't I liked some of his concepts, and he said, "Go to my webpage," and he had the link there for more free information. I said, "Okay," I like this guy. I like what he's saying. I like real world marketing. I believe in attraction marketing. Give people such value, make it so compelling, so contemporary, um, so a attractive to people that they want to go to your webpage or contact you or get more information. So I went to his webpage. What do you think happened? What's the first thing that blobbed up there? He had a PDF book that I wanted to read. Boom, right away, the pop-up. I don't know about you, I hate the pop-up. The pop-up to me, you haven't earned my trust yet. Do a pop-up right away. Give me more information. Sell me, cater to me, okay? And then you can do your little pop-up. So I was stuck like most people. You go to a web page, you don't know much about the person or anything, and what do they want right away? Your name, and they want your email address. And I don't know about you. Yeah, I do know about you. You don't wanna share we don't wanna God forbid we share a phone number anymore, right? How many of us are inundated by crap all the time? Phone calls, robocalls, people texting us who we don't know who they are. I'm getting a lot of those lately. We're getting a lot of people doing the ringless, dial type of marketing. They leave a voicemail message. We don't know who they are, even if we're on the do not call list. I don't like that kind of marketing. I'm not, I'm gonna be a little judgmental here. I don't like that kind of marketing. I like, attraction marketing. Give me a few I've built a very successful life, wonderful business by attracting people who know who I am and see the value that I give. I think that's a good way to start any kind of marketing campaign. So I go to this webpage, and it's a quandary. Pop-ups there. In order for me to get this more information, I think it was a list of top 10 marketing ideas or something like that. I thought, it was something because I saw the video on YouTube. I thought, "I'd like it." And then the quandary, the devil and angel on my shoulder. Well, should I give this person my email address? And, and am I gonna be spammed to death? And, I don't know, do you go through this decision-making process, and the trouble is I really wanted it, but I didn't know it, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna give them my." It's bad enough when you go to a web page on Google or something like that. What happens if you go to a web page, how to make cookies, how to make chocolate chip cookies? You go on that web page, all of a sudden your email box is full with all these people, you don't know who they are because Google just took your information and sold it. This is what Facebook, Twitter, Google, and all of them do. You go on a web page, you're looking up sneakers, you're looking in Bunny with a chainsaw beer, and all of a sudden you're inundated by marketers. Okay, and you gave them permission. You're using their applications or their search engines, and that's the price you pay for getting all this technology for free. But you give up your privacy, don't you? And you get invaded, and all we're hitting is delete and unsubscribe when we can, right? Unless we get the .ru Romania or something like that, and we can't unsubscribe. And then they take our names and sell it to everybody else, and you know the rest. So luckily, I'm an Apple guy. My daughter works for Mac, for Apple, and they have something new, hide my email. So if you're a Mac person, check that out. Hide my email. Your little tip of the day here. So you can use a temporary alias email and get the information you want, or subscribe to the service you want. And then if you find out they're inundating you with garbage, you can delete that alias email. You can just get rid of it so you won't receive it anymore from those people. It's a really brilliant idea. So anyway, I did that, and I decided I'm going to give. I want to. I still was curious. Curious is a very strong emotion in marketing, and so I gave him my email address, and I got this it was the web page. I printed it out here, and it just was that. The next thing that really irritates me, it's scrolling. Oh, I have a program for, and I charge $100,000 a year. But since you came here, we're going to do it for $2,000. And you keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and it's like, why are you treating? And then it ends up for being $950 or $200 or whatever. It just keeps going down as you keep scrolling. And I find this annoying type of marketing where you're taking the customer who just wanted answers to their questions about marketing, and you're treating them like they're an idiot. And I think we are so inundated by bad marketing that we become reluctant prospects. We doubt. We don't give out our phone number very often anymore, do we? To strangers. We don't want to give out our email address anymore either. And whose fault is that? I think it's the marketers. They're not offering enough value for us to like and trust them. And so this is, I'm writing a book on marketing right now too, uh, called the Guts Attraction Marketing. I want to attract warm leads, but earn the trust and value of the people that I'm marketing to. So that those people, if they call me, go to my webpage, or share their email with me, they know I'm not going to inundate them with crap all day long. Time for another sip of Bunny with a chainsaw up here today. This is a beer broadcast. This is something I've done for years, once in a while. I haven't done one for, gosh, I think about close to 2 months now. Been busy with my business here in San Diego, California, and this is a really delightful beer. I would I would get this again. without any reservation. Um, I mean, you can really isn't hasn't beer gotten so much better in our life? Beer and coffee. I remember when coffee was dreadful in this country. We really didn't have, the Starbucks and the Seattle's Best, oh gosh, what's the one in San Francisco, Claudia? The really one I like. Pete's? Yeah, Pete's, Peets. I tried my first Pete's coffee shop in San Francisco Airport. My wife told me about it. I think it was one of the best coffees I've ever had, except for Rocky Mountain Roastery. Shout out to my friends in Fraser, Colorado. They buy their own beans, they roast their own beans, and you walk into this. Is that one of the 10 best smells in the world? It definitely isn't beer unless it's fresh. Okay, old beer, you ever smell an old beer? Ooh, but fresh coffee that has been ground. You ever go into a store, Costco, they're always grinding beans there in the front for people, but and you get that smell of the when they're grinding those beans. Tell me how great that is. Don't you love that? What's another good smell? Popcorn. Popcorn's a good smell. A roast in the oven, Thanksgiving, right? Well, I'm hungry, yes. That's a good thing. It's my wife down the kitchen. Um, you're not calling mom? Oh, okay, that was a fast phone call. My my mom's, I call her my mom. It's my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law. My wife's mom just celebrated her 96th birthday, and she's a Jersey girl too. We even have a sticker on our car. Jersey girls rule, you know, uh, and she's still a shit kicker. But really, she's really feisty. She's intelligent as hell. She's a sweetheart. Um, and and she will share a drink with me occasionally. Maybe that's the secret to longevity, having a little drink once in a while, or or a bottle of wine, right? But I was talking before about that webpage. So the guy made me scroll on and on and on here, and it was all banter. And it's almost like I finally got you to my webpage. I'm going to make you scroll and scroll. And then I'm going to try to make you sign up for my program or buy something from me. But I'm going to treat you like you're a moron first. And I don't like that kind of marketing. I think you have to earn that trust. So I wanted to talk a little bit. So I think we're all becoming reluctant prospects from the world today. And I think there's a better way. I'm a fan of Gary Vaynerchuk, other than his f bombs all over the place. I don't know why he thinks he has to do that, but that's the way, as he says, that's the way I like to roll. I'm a big fan. I love his books and stuff, and I watch him on YouTube. He's definitely one of my favorites, and he's a uniquely smart. He's an immigrant, and it's amazing to me how successful he is in terms of attraction marketing. He did things to attract Toyota, Pepsi, and all these other companies that really didn't have a social media presence. I use a lot of social media. I post, I think I have 1,800 videos on YouTube now. I do shorts. You can tell I'm at a loss for words. It's probably the bunny beer, but if if I share information with enough people, they'll go to my webpage and say, I want to read this guy's books about sales, about marketing, about real estate. I love lease purchase option real estate. So I talk a lot about that on here. But today we're talking about beer. So if you're in a Trader Joe's and you want to just try a can or buy the six pack, as it may, or now four packs. Are you seeing that all over? Four packs. Great breweries here in San Diego. Novo Brewery, it's a Brazilian brewery. We have Ballast. Thank you. Yeah, we have Ballast. Here's my glass. Coronado Brewing Company. Big shout out. They're orange. What is that? One orange beer they make. It's called Orange. I think it's named after Orange Avenue in Coronado. Coronado's an amazing little island. It's where the SEALs train. There's military bases there. I don't think that's a trade secret. And it's just a wonderful little island where the Coronado Del Hotel, Google that. It's just a remarkable, beautiful, gigantic hotel. Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon and Marilyn Monroe filmed a movie there, Some Like It Hot. That is the plume, their fame. there. Just a great little island, and they make great beer, and they have a brewery in Coronado and in Imperial Beach, which is a surf beach. I think even some of the Beach Boys songs talk about Imperial Beach, down there. Imperial Beach is right on I mean, it is on the furthest southwest corner of the United States, adjacent right there to Tijuana. I mean, literally, I mean, there's a fence there, but literally, if you wanted to go out in the ocean and swim around, you could swim from Imperial Beach and just swim around the fence and go to Mexico. The water's kind of dirty there right now, so be careful. Yeah, it gets they have a little bit of a sewage problem in Mexico, and that problem becomes California's problem. I'm getting political again. I've been talking about Budweiser and pollution from Mexico and everything else, but um, that's about it for now. I want to thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed my ranting here while I'm drinking a wonderful beer. We got a little. Look at this. You know, the thing about a beer like a strong beer like this, a higher alcohol, very hoppy, and it's a double dry hop. I mean, this is not PBR by any means, but it's you can smell. I don't know if you can sip a beer, but you can definitely gulp it slowly. So to your health. Oh yeah, that is that is just delicious. I don't think I've ever had a can make it last this long. Here, it's 1 pint. Can you tell a book by its cover? It's kind of a question I always discuss with my other beer friends. Do you ever buy a product because of the way it's designed, the way it's made? I think so. Okay, and sometimes you're disappointed, and sometimes I say to myself, they took so much time and trouble to design. Look at this beautiful bottle. It's my favorite tequila, Centenario, on sale at Costco. I talked about that earlier. And look at this beautiful bottle. I mean, it's gorgeous. If they take this much time and trouble to design their packaging and their labeling, maybe they took the same time and trouble for the contents within it. I have been disappointed at times, but I love original content marketing. And Paperback Brewery, you guys get a thumbs up, man. This is a great beer. It's the original taste. This is a tasty, lovely beer. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to go driving after drinking two of these. Not even. I don't think I want to drive after drinking one of these. But I have a designated driver. My girlfriend's downstairs and everything. One of these days we got to get married, huh? Why? Why start it now? It's only been 39 years. There you go. There you go. There you go. She owns everything, and at least she shares it with. Always marry a woman with more money and better credit. Secret of happiness in life. Okay. I had a friend once in Jersey. He said, "You know what? The secret of my success is I married a woman with a lot more money than me." And there you go. Listen, you guys have a wonderful, safe, getting silly, one beer, honest. Have a wonderful weekend. Here in Southern California, it's finally sunny. Did it hit 70 today? 68. I mean, we've been suffering here in California. It's been cold and wet, and I mean, this winters in California. You turn on the air conditioner. You don't have the heating system going on all the time. So it's really nice that the sunny weather is here, not beach weather, not spring fling type of weather, but nice enough to go out and take a 10-mile run. I run every day, and I had a ski accident earlier this year. Broke my clavicle. Don't do that. It's very painful, by the way. But finally, I can start running, and I'm looking forward to swimming and stuff. Stay healthy. Enjoy every day. Be grateful for everything you have, and drink your buddy with a chainsaw. You go to the webpage, by the way. It's called Paperback, and they have the most fun. Well, I don't know if you may like it or write me letters, but they have actual cartoon strip on the bunny with the chainsaw story. It is a happy ending, and it's not for the farmer who runs the farm where all the bunnies run around. It's not your kid's a Pat the Bunny story. Okay. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me. My name is Claude Diamond, ClaudeDiamond.com. And as I always say, nobody deserves success more than you good people. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care.